The Lottery is a short story written by Shirley Jackson in 1948. The story is about a village taking part in an annual tradition called the Lottery. At first, we don't know too much about this tradition except for the fact that all residents of the village have to participate. As the story goes on, however, we learn the truth about the tradition, which is that it's a means to select one resident of the village each year to be sacrificed so that the village can have a better harvest. Now, while the story certainly has a dark side and can be disturbing to many readers, I do recommend that managers encourage their employees to read the story. The reason is there are several themes in the story which are relevant to the modern day organization. The first is the concept of tradition versus progress. In the story, we learn that the lottery has been going on for many years. In fact, the oldest resident of the village, Old Man Warner, remarks that he has taken part in 77 lotteries, so it's very much a tradition. However, every year it has a terrible outcome where one resident gets murdered, so in essence, it's hampering real progress for the village. Now, in modern day organizations, there may also be traditions, perhaps not to the same dark extent, but nevertheless also hamper progress from occurring. So that theme can certainly be applied to the modern day workforce. The second one is the concept of mob mentality. In the proceedings of the lottery, not a single resident actually speaks up and tries to stop it from occurring, even though they all know exactly what's about to happen. Furthermore, once the winner of the lottery, Tessie, has been selected, all of the residents of the village engage in stoning her to death, including her own children. And when we think of the modern day organization as well, it can be really easy to just agree with the herd and follow the group and not actually speak out if you disagree with a particular action or idea. But hopefully, the story will encourage us to try to speak up a little bit more when we do disagree. And then the last theme is about humans' proclivity towards harming others. Now, of course, in the lottery, everybody engages in this awful murder. In modern day organizations, hopefully they're not engaging in that same type of behavior, but they still may be harming others, whether they realize it or not. And these violations may be more unconscious. They could be things around using unsustainable materials, having unethical labor conditions, and so on. But hopefully, by reading the story, we think about the impact of our actions on others. And just more broadly, we're encouraged to speak up more, to encourage better practices that lead to real progress. So, for all of these three themes, I would certainly encourage the manager to have their employees read the story.